Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over
at their own 39-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First time with David Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
They go play action here on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Number 20.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Down at the 15.
Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this one. Inside their own 10-yard line, and they run a toss play. I know it works, but ordinarily that takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that because only thing more dangerous is trying to throw the ball in that situation and maybe taking a big loss.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
I can't believe they let you play.
Looking to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
And goal.
On the ground, Geis. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Here we go with Geis. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this 1st quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Fielded just outside the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Bears.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
6 brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I think the good offensive coordinators of the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They run. Montgomery. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
This is Cohen. Shrugs him off. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second down at the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They try again with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year. As the Bears push further out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curtis. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he's brought down. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a run with Geis. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Dexter Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Curtis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Going for it all. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, #8 on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
The kick is.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Score Bears 28, Jaguars 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again, it's Cohen. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tariq Cohen.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing
for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
7 brings up 3rd and 1.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Chris Boswell on 4th.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.